we were looking at expanding into Europe. And to sell HR systems, especially from a US-based company in Europe, I was told there was no way I would ever do it without an ISO 27001 certificate. And I said, watch me, I'll do it. Because while ISO, no, nothing against it. I think it's a great standard and a great certificate to have, especially if you're building planes or making drugs. I want rigor and discipline in every action done. When you're making HR software, not really, don't have to be quite that rigorous. So I went through the ISO and I pulled out all the important bits to my world. And I added in data privacy from Germany. I added in some of the EU privacy directives. I added in some other things that were specific to HR because I had spent 4 years at Manulife and taking care of HR systems there. And I built a program that allowed me to sell to anyone, including Siemens. And sort of, if you remember the SuccessFactors story, we were doing really well. And then we basically pushed SAP out of Siemens. And Siemens was an original investor in SAP and pushed them out along with a bunch of different other products. And so years go by and SAP publicly acquires SuccessFactors $3.6 billion. And the first thing that happened to me was I got a call that said, you need to go to Waldorf, Germany and meet with the security team, IT team, data privacy team, and somebody else. I think it was the audit team. They want to talk to you. And I was like, fine, no problem. And I knew what they wanted to talk about. They wanted to know, how did I do this? Because I had no ISO certification and I was beating them in every aspect from a security perspective as far as they were concerned. And, credit to Siemens. They drove my security program hard and they made me develop it really, really well. But when I went in, my auditor, Sixto Bernal, we had this sort of set up. We called it the phone book effect. The first question, okay, big long table, lots of people, everybody wearing suits, it's very, very cliche. And the first question was, how did you do this? And Sixto took that audit report that we had out and just tossed it on the table and it went boom as it slid down the table because it was a 400-page audit report. And I said, that's how, pure transparency. And, everybody wanted to see it and go through it. And what we had found was early days of the SAS 70, this is pre-SOC 2, early days of the SAS 70. SAS 70 was an audit framework. It told you how to audit, didn't tell you what to audit. And you could put anything into it that you wanted. And what we found was a lot of SaaS companies were putting out these SAS 70 certificates saying we are SAS 70 certified, but they wouldn't let you see the